Hello, yes, my name is Graham Osano, and today is 5th of November 2018. So we want to look at today's market overview. We want to see exactly what we said on Friday. We want to see how if indeed it went as we said, and then we're also going to look at today's analysis so that we find if there's potential trade for this week. So you can remember last week we actually focused on the monthly chart because we were closing the month, so we were looking at the monthly charts. We want to see if you have trades for the month, and then we had Euro USD where we said that as long as the price is below this zone, we actually expected a move to the lower side. And then we also said that GBP USD we expected also a sell, and then USD JPY we were upwards. Then SP 500 we said we were upward, but then we were supposed to remain flat. And then we also looked at GBP, sorry, we had gold, and we said the best place to buy was within some zone, which we saw. And then we also looked at Brent oil, which is a good sell towards some level here. So that was that for last week. We want to see what we have for this week. We start off with the very first pair, which is in this case we have this one here, notepad, which is Euro USD. Sorry, Euro USD. Oh, sorry. So this is not shared yet. Good, sorry, I just realized my screen was not being shared, so I hope it's okay now. I hope now it's being shared like that. So as you said, we're supposed to start with Euro USD. We want to see exactly if there's anything to be added on this pair, and Euro USD is here. So we start off with it from the monthly point of view. We want to see if we have any good trade for this month, like that, on the monthly chart. And then you can remember we actually had a line drawn somewhere here, and we said that this was a resistance line, and then the price went above it, came back to the same place, and then you remember we actually drew a zone somewhere here, and then we had it colored like this. So this is what we said. The same thing still holds as we said it previously. We actually said that as long as the price is still below 1.1468 to 1.1638, we are actually supposed to be looking for a sell position. So with that sell, the best place to take profit is somewhere here, somewhere around this point, which is 1.0559. That is what we need to say, that we are still selling on the monthly chart. We are still selling euro from 1.1468 towards 1.0559. This is what we said. We actually took a sell here and still holding on to that sell. We expect the price to come down, but then it should not go beyond 1.0559. So level 1.0559 should be here. And then there's one thing which I need to add on this, that we have a level here which has to be broken. This is a clear resistance. Price went clearly beyond it, then came back, and the same place is still holding. So the best to do now if you are trading this pair is that if you sold with us around 1.1468, then only remain short up to level 1238, 1.1238 here. But then should the price close below 1.1238, then this is going to be the next best place to look for a sell towards 1.0559 here. So we need also to put that down that sell, you should take profit at 1.1238, and should the price break below 1.1238, then we are short further towards 1.0559. So that is that. We want to add an indicator on this to see if you have any useful information from the indicator. So the indicator, we are slowly approaching the MACD indicator, we are slowly approaching the level 0.00. So the best would be to wait for these columns, the columns of MACD. What I mean by columns is just these green bars, green. If these columns can close below 0.00, then that will be an ideal place to look for a sell position. So that's another thing you're looking for the columns of MACD to begin closing below 00, then we'll sell it downwards with our next target at 1.0559. Go to the weekly chart. We want to see if there's anything. So on the weekly chart, we actually have the price around a key level, which is this support. There's this support, there's this support, and there's this support still holding. Unless the price is below 1.1378 on the weekly chart, we are still buying this pair. So we need to state that on the weekly chart, unless the price is below 1.1376, we expect a move up. We are still upwards. So this is it. You're looking at this chart from the weekly point of view, then actually you're supposed to look for a buy from 1.1376, yes, somewhere here, and then maybe you take your profits from 1.1468, since these are a monthly resistance line. So that is that for GBP Euro USD. We now go to the next one, which is GBP USD. On this one, we looked at it properly from monthly point of view last week, and then it actually took our pending sell limit, which we said was somewhere here, 1.3040. So you can remember on Thursday last week, we actually said that you're supposed to place a pending sell limit around 1.3040, which is here, and price came perfectly to that line and is now retreating to the lower side. So you're supposed to be in a sell as we speak, and with that sell you're supposed to take profits to at here, this line, at 1.2588. So we need to say that on the monthly chart we are short from 1.3040 towards 1.2588. So this was based on what we said last week on Wednesday. We actually said when the month was ending, the first day of the month is on Thursday, yes, we said that we place a pending sell limit here, and then the price came to that place, and now we are downward. So as we said, we are not doing anything now. We are actually holding on to that sell position. On the weekly chart, we have a line here which has to be, it's significant. We may want to change this slightly, and then there's this resistance line broken, price came back to the same place. So the entire this is a clear level. We have this level holding, this level is holding. So unless the price is clearly below it, something like this, price should try coming back to the same place before proceeding downwards, something like that. So unless the price does this break below and then come back to the same place, we still expect a move upward. But then this move is capped by this resistance line, 1.3046. So we write that on the weekly chart, we are short from 1.3046 towards 1.2710. So this is what we expect this week. We actually expect a move to the lower side, and that is that for GBPUSD. We now go to the next one, which is USD We go straight to the weekly chart, monthly, sorry. So on the monthly chart, this is a very significant candle. We have this continuation candle. Then we also have the same continuation candle previously, which was an inside bar, another inside bar, and then we also have this inside bar. So all of the three, 1, 2, 3, are actually inside bars, bullish inside bars. So all this indicate one thing, that we are supposed to be going upwards. We need to say that there's a resistance line here which should be broken. So we say that on the monthly chart, last month's candle was a bullish pin bar, bullish inside bar, sorry, inside bar, and should push the price above 1113.70 towards this line here. We have a clear level here which we want to use for trading, 117.08. so we say towards 117.08. so if you buy this, if you are in a long position now based on what we said previously, then remain long. But then if you are not already buying it, then wait for price to rise beyond 113.70, then it should try coming back the same place, something like this, before accelerating upwards, something like that. So that's what we need. We are actually expecting the price to break above 113.70 and then should proceed upwards towards 117.08. so that's what we say, that towards that one, which we already wrote that down already. And then recommendation, we need to check the week since this is the beginning of the week. So on the weekly chart last week, we actually had an indicator which was an envelope. This is a trend indicator. We took it from the trend, or actually you should insert it like this, the correct procedure. Insert, then we have indicators, and then we have trend indicator. These are the indicators that show you the trend. There is moving out, there's this one, so we added the envelope, and then the period was the same, which was 14 period. This basically means 14 candles behind. Then simple moving average, then we apply it to the close, then deviation, we leave that like that, then okay. So you can remember last week we actually suggested that as long as the price remains above this dynamic support, this indicator is acting as a dynamic support, we actually expect a move upwards. So we bought it last week on Monday, and we expect the price to proceed upwards towards 113.70. so if you bought it already with us, then the best you should do is to leave that position open. So that's what we need to say, that on the weekly chart we are still long. We are still long towards the weekly resistance line, 113.70, and should price break above, then further rally towards 117.08 is expected. Suspected. So here we need to recommend that remain long towards 113.70. so that is that for that. We've now covered everything. We've looked at SP 500, it's already loaded here. So with this one also, we look at it from the monthly chart. We look at it from the monthly chart. we look at it from the monthly chart. So we start off with, we have the monthly chart here. Sorry. So you can remember, like we said on one of our webinars, that as long as the price is above these columns of MACD, which is this, as long as they're above 0.00, we actually expect a move upwards. So you can notice this day here, we have this day when the price went beyond 0.00, and that marked the beginning of a move to the upper side. Like you can see, there is this impulsive move, then a correction, then you have an impulsive move, and then you have another correction, and then it continues upward, then there's another correction, then it continues upward, then you have another correction. So what this means is simple, that as long as the price is beyond the columns of MACD are above 0.00, we actually expect a move to the upper side. So that's something we need to say, that on the monthly chart we are still looking at a bullish market, but then there's a correction currently happening. This last month this was a bearish engulfing candle, but then this is just a correction and may not go beyond 28.1. So we need to say that on the monthly chart, last month was a bearish engulfing candle, and should not go beyond 28.1, which is a good buy place. So we still expect a move downwards, of course, but then I'm not going to sell it, and I don't recommend we sell it, but then we wait for price to bounce from 26.21, 28.1 to pick a buy position. So on the monthly chart we actually recommend a buy from 28.1. So we need to say that we are waiting for a good buy from 28.1 towards this the next closest resistance I can see on this chart. We have 29.11.7, so 29.11.7. So that is that. We've covered this one on the monthly. On the check weekly chart, we don't want to add any information on this because we already have some information, and we want to restrict ourselves to weekly and monthly because this is the beginning of the week, and then we are still just few days after the beginning of November, so we want to focus on the two only. So on this one you also have this line, this support here. Actually there is also some level here which price came pretty much to it. This line, support, price is now above, it may come back to the same place before heading upward. So either way, if you are not looking for a buy from 25.86.0, you can look for a buy from 61.0. So on the weekly chart we are looking for a buy from either 25.86.0 or 26.61.0, and that is that for SP500. We now go to the next one, which is gold. Gold should be here. So gold, I will go straight to the monthly chart. So on the monthly chart, if you can remember, we actually had a line here. We had a line and we said that this was a support, broken, price sent a tail to the same place. Then we expect the price to still come back to the same place where we are going to sell it with our take profit at 1150.99. So we are not changing that. We still want to say that we are waiting for a sell a sell from 1240.68 towards 1150.99. Then we go to the monthly chart. Go to the monthly chart. So on the weekly chart, we have these three lines. We have the upper line, we have the next line, and then we have the last line. So we need to say that weekly chart, we are waiting for a sell, from 1246.52 towards 1207.35, and the next target at 1133.66. So that is that. For that, we are still upwards. Our recommendation, look for a buy position, towards 1246.52. and now that brings us to the last one, which is Brent oil. Brent oil is here. We start off with the monthly chart. So on the monthly chart, we have a bearish engulfing candle. Last month there was a bearish engulfing candle, and that engulfing should push the price down towards this line here, 67.36. So we need to say also there's a line here, not to forget. We have this support. This is the first place price retraced to before heading upwards, then it came back to the same place. So either the two, there is this, and then we also have the lower. These two could play key roles in reversing the price to the upper side. So we say that on the monthly chart we are still bearish. We're still bearish with an ultimate target at 67.36. Then we go to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we have a line here. Previously we had a line here, and I still have the same line, and then we also had a line here. So on the weekly chart, we are actually waiting for a buy. This is the zone to buy from. The zone to buy from, we have this zone here. So there's a resistance, you have a resistance, there's a break above it, price came back to the same place, then up, then back to the same place. So this is the best place to look for that buy trade. So on the weekly chart, we are actually waiting for a buy,